What's going down, my YTG? It's your boy KJ3. It's been a while since I've even posted a video. I know, bro. Like my channel, I'm probably about to get demonetized soon. But I just want to talk about this last game between the Bucks and the Celtics. I realize I haven't posted in a while. My bad. But I really wanted to post for all of the playoffs, and that's what I really should have been doing. If you all have been wondering where I've been for like the past few months, I finished school last December, and honestly, I've just been job hunting and shit for like the past half year, and damn near in June. Holy dog, we're damn near in June. Anyway, let me go ahead and get into this recap with the Celtics. With us like throwing the damn game, but I have to talk about this shit real quick because let me just say this. I think a lot of basketball fans, a lot of NBA fans out here, like a lot of I don't know what this is, but why are NBA fans so dumb? Like it's not even that I don't get why NBA fans are so dumb. And it's the scary thing to me is it's not even the fans that are dumb. Like I feel some of the teams are kind of missing something, like the screw is loose as well. And the reason I say this is because I want to work in sports, right? A lot of people want to work in sports, but I want to work in sports because I believe my eye is different. Like I'm tapped into certain things in sports, especially in basketball. But like I just believe like I have a solid eye. Like I can spot things, um, better than most people can. And I'm holding my phone up with like my holding ring, so forgive me if it shakes around a lot, if my hands get tired. But I just believe I have a good eye, right? I believe that I can see certain things about the game. And I know the NBA is analytically driven, it's narratively driven. I don't even know if that's a word, but if shit like the Lakers roster this past season can happen, if no one is talking about the fact that the Celtics just have to shoot okay from three and they'll win their games, then I'm sitting here like I want to get into sports. I love video coordinating. I love like film work, and no one notices this shit. So I want to get into like a few things that I've noticed that I've always felt about just this series, and then we're gonna talk about this last game that just happened. But just this series, okay? Wait, let me make sure this is recording. Yeah, it's recording. I just want to talk about this series. Now, I can't be the only one that looks at the Bucks as not that menacing. Like, now I'm not just saying that as a Celtics fan or anything. I was just watching them against the Bulls. I knew they would beat the Bulls. It took 42 right from DeMar to get them a 2 point win in Milwaukee. I knew they would. I knew the Bulls were done. Um, but I don't know, for this season the Bucks just didn't. I know they're defending champs and they're looking for another chip again, but they just didn't look like the same team. They don't feel like the same team to me, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're missing. I know PJ Tucker's gone and all that, but it just doesn't seem like the same team. And the reason I've been thinking that, I always thought of that, especially when the playoffs took off, is because I see how improved Boston is. Like I see how improved we are. Like our team looks great. They're playing great. They play deep. They play both sides of the ball great. They they just have this certain, they're carrying themselves well, but they're also the better team. The Bucks to me just don't, it doesn't, I don't know, they don't give me like they're trying to go back to back championship vibes. And the only reason I believe the Bucks still have this aura like, oh, the Bucks are almighty, the Bucks are so good, is because of Giannis. Now, try to bear with me here, because I'm not just saying, I don't want everyone to think, oh yeah, I'm saying, oh, the Bucks are good just because of Giannis. What I'm trying to say is they're the whole this whole belief that we've had that the Bucks are a powerhouse. I don't think that's I just don't think that's true. I don't think it's true. Now, I'm not saying the Bucks suck. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying any of the players are bad, but I'm just saying actually I should say y'all, the way y'all look at the Bucks, I'm looking at them like, from us, from a Celtics fan standpoint, it doesn't take much for us to beat them. It doesn't take much for the Celtics to beat them. So let me get into how I've stayed about this series. The first two games went by. I didn't watch the first one. I knew we would lose the first one. Too many days off. The Bucks were in the swing of things. I knew we'd lose the first one. So I expected us to bounce back. In the second game, we did. And then I looked at the percentages for the game, and I realized that the three ball to the Bucks is more valuable than the three ball to us. It's more valuable to them than to us. And that's when I realized that we just have to shoot decently, like okay from three, and we should win these games. Just okay from three. So at first, going into the series, just off of what I know about both teams, I realized if the Celtics shoot 35% from three, we'll be fine. Doesn't matter if the Bucks shoot well. The Bucks can shoot well, but we just can't shoot poorly. We just can't shoot poorly from three. So at the beginning of the series, I said 35% from three for the Celtics should be wins. It just should be a win. Like 35%. All you have to do is shoot 35%. Doesn't matter what the Bucks shoot. Bucks shot 44% tonight and they won by 3. So it doesn't matter what the Bucks do. Like it doesn't matter. Like the Bucks aren't going to outshoot the Celtics. And I just realized I said 35% at the beginning of the season. As the games kept going on, I was just like, when the first two games happened, I was like, wait, you know what? Celtics, they just have to shoot like 34, 33% and they'll be okay. 34%. I stood on this number. I've been standing on this number. I can attach. I don't know if I'm going to edit this video. I just want to put this video up live because this is a raw reaction. But I have Snapchats. I have texts sending to my friends, sending to my group chats. 34%. 34% from 3. And the Celtics will be okay. All right. So all of this is going to culminate into how I'm responding about the game that just happened now. So I realize, and this is where I get pissed. This is where I get pissed at sports. This is where I get pissed at the NBA. This is where I get pissed at basketball. This is where I get pissed at analytics. An average Joe, myself, can realize that the 3 ball for the Bucks is more valuable. The Celtics, we have to shoot okay from 3. We just have to shoot okay from 3. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, we don't have to shoot exceptionally well. We don't have to shoot well. We don't have to shoot good. We have to shoot decently from 3. Just okay from 3. We are a 36.7% on the season in shooting threes. We just have to shoot decently. 33, 34%, and we handle the Bucks. We handle the Bucks. I believe in all games that we've won. I think we've shot a little bit above 33%, or a little bit around 34%. So all that means is if we have to shoot decently, if we have to shoot okay from 3, if the Bucks shoot well from 3, it's going to be a close game. That's all that means, right? Because if the Celtics shoot anything better, than decently, they win the game. But if they shoot okay, the Bucks shoot well. If the Celtics shoot poorly from 3, the Bucks shoot decently from 3, it's going to be a close game. If the Bucks shoot well and the Celtics shoot decently from 3, it's going to be a close game. And that's what happened tonight. So let me get into tonight, and let me just give you the reasons why I'm not panicking, I'm not worried, but I am disappointed, and not the reasons you all would think I'm disappointed. Not the reasons you all think I'm disappointed. Because again, I have this, I just feel like I see the game differently. So I'm going to let you all get into my mind real quick. Who's to blame for this loss? A lot of people are going to put this on Marcus Smart. I don't blame Marcus Smart for this loss. I don't really like to get into blaming people for losses, because a loss is a loss. Like, everything's going to be 2020. Hindsight's 2020. You're better off just flushing it and moving on to the next game. I don't really get into the blame thing. But The reason why I don't put this on Marcus Smart is because there's so many things that went into this game. Coaching. Let's start with coaching. The first thing I'm going to say, we're up 14. The only way this Bucks team gets back into the game is if they hit their threes. We can trade buckets with Giannis. We can make it tough for them. We can trade buckets with them. We can trade 2-pointers with them. We have two of the best players in the league. Everyone on the court can produce something for the Celtics. We can trade 2-point field goals. We're up 14. The only thing we have to do is stand on the 3-point line. That's the only way they're getting back into the game. Now, if they make their threes, we're shooting decently. We still have a good chance of winning this game. But if they shoot exceptionally well, if they shoot really well, that's going to be why would we want to make the game close anyway? Why would we want to make the game close anyway? So you might as well just stay on the 3. Let Giannis do what he wants to do, but make sure that 3 line is cut off and we pace till the end of the game. So my first thing is coaching. Why? I didn't see the fourth quarter run by the Bucks, but I understand that they hit a lot of their threes to get back into the game. But that's my entire point. The only way they can get back in, and I know everyone's saying, "Oh, this is like hindsight's 2020." I'm not even talking hindsight. I've been saying this. This is just how I felt. I'm not even reacting to this game about like what I'm saying right now. It's just that I've been saying this. The only way they can get back into the game, especially specifically this game, is by shooting the 3-ball well. That's the only way. So why not just close off the 3-point line to everyone? Leave Giannis out there. Get a little hand up. If that's what they want to do, fine. But why? I don't know what happened. I don't know if we didn't get back on defense. Again, I didn't see their run. I understand that they hit a lot of threes to get back into the game. The 3-point line should have been shut off. That's my first thing, coaching. My second thing is the analytics team. All these analytics flying around basketball, and no one understands that all you have to do is shoot 34% from 3 and you win the game. That's we'll leave that alone. Third, let's talk about the clutch. Who do I blame for this loss? I don't like to get into, who I blame for the losses, but I will say this. I am a hater. I am an absolute hater of simple shit done wrong in basketball, okay? As a point guard, I heavily dislike simple shit done wrong. The first 3, it was 99-105, I think, after Al Horford got a big putback dunk. And he had a mismatch, I think, on Connaughton. And Derek White just threw the ball over Al Horford, turned the ball over. Bucks came down, and I think, was it Giannis that hit the 3? Or was it 102? Giannis or Drew hit the 3 off of Derek White's turnover. That turnover, that's who I blame. And I can stop it right there. Derek White's turnover. Who's to blame for this loss? Everyone's pointing fingers at Marcus Smart. Bruh, I'm pointing fingers at Derek White. You have a mismatch. All you need to do is get your big the ball. Bounce past it to him. Just get him the ball. And you overthrow him. And they come down and they convert off of that. Simple shit done wrong. Simple shit done wrong. Simple shit that could save you a headache. So everyone's pointing fingers at Marcus Smart. I'm looking at Derek White. Like, bruh, your turnover spurred their run. Secondly, the coaching in the clutch. I am not a fan of clutch plays run in the corner or anywhere near the corner. Run that shit in space, put the pressure on the defense. You run anything in the corner, you're basically giving yourself 2 more virtual defenders to worry about. And that's exactly how Drew Holiday gets the block on Marcus Smart. Gets past Pat Connaughton, but because he's driving baseline, Drew can help. Marcus can't see anything else. So my whole thing, I understand that Marcus remixed the play as well. I think something was supposed to happen with Jason Tatum at the top. But if I'm the Celtics coach, why not put one of my wings in that position? So if if one of your wings decides to remix the play, they have a better chance of going baseline, scoring, getting a shot up, going baseline, whatever. So that's the second thing I'm looking at. Like, why I'm just not a fan of clutch plays being run anywhere near the corner. Anywhere near the corner. That's just me. Third, I'm getting on Jaylen Brown for not boxing out Bobby Portis. Okay? Giannis scored a pretty big offensive rebound in between Jason Tatum, in between Jaylen Brown, because they all just stood there and like let him grab the ball and put it in. Now, as a 5'10 guard, trust me when I say I understand that bigs, they don't like stepping over us to get a rebound. When people say things like box out, again, the simple shit, right? Just putting a body on someone. You'd be surprised how many, like, I've gone against 6'5", 6'6" players way taller than me that could probably just pluck the ball out of midair. Just me putting a body into them is basically like a hurdle. Like they could easily step over me, step through me. But they decide not to do that because it's too much work for them. You attack their legs as a little guard, you attack their legs, you box them out. They don't feel like climbing over you. So you miss an offensive rebound, and your responsibility now is to box out Bobby Portis. So this shit just comes back to the fundamentals of fucking basketball. Jaylen Brown boxes out Bobby Portis. Marcus Smart gets the rebound. Jaylen Brown goes for the ball, hits Marcus Smart. Now none of them get the rebound. And guess who gets the rebound? Bobby Portis. So again, I don't like to get into the blame anyone for the game, but if we're talking about the shit where I think the game went left, it's those things. Now I'm not panicking. Again, like I said, I'm not nervous for the game in Milwaukee because Milwaukee shot 44% from 3. Celtics shot 33% from 3. The Bucks won by 3. I'm not nervous for the game. I'm not panicking for the game. But why I'm disappointed? I told you guys I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because the Celtics had an advantage over Milwaukee going back to Milwaukee. What was that advantage? That advantage was the fact that the Bucks would have to straight up play Giannis ball if they went back to Milwaukee. Because what worked for the Bucks tonight? They hit their threes. They put up a bunch of threes and they hit their threes. If they lost this game while doing so, while hitting their threes, if the Celtics pulled this game out, they would literally have to play Giannis ball, meaning they can't gamble back in Milwaukee. They can't wild out with the threes back in Milwaukee. They can't look to shoot the same way as they did back in Milwaukee if they lost this game. But because they won this game, now they can go back to Milwaukee. They can wild out in Milwaukee. They can take a bunch of jumpers. They can take a bunch of threes. If they hit, they hit. If they don't, they don't. They have one more game. So their advantage being in Milwaukee is the fact that they can wild out. They can play however they want to play because worst case scenario, you have one more game to play. The Celtics blew their advantage by losing this game. So that's the only reason I'd have any nerves about going back to Milwaukee is the fact that Milwaukee can play however they want to play now because they're at home. Worst case scenario, they go to a game 7, but they can play however they want to play. Like the Celtics had to win that game, especially with the Bucks shooting well, they had to win that game. That way they're going back to Milwaukee and the Bucks are literally like, there's you can't do anything in that game. The Celtics would have a great chance of winning in Milwaukee, and I think this was over in 6. I had Boston in 6. The Celtics would have such a great chance of winning in Milwaukee if the Bucks shot well from 3 today and they still lost. Because then it's like, nothing works. Nothing works. Yeah, we're going to go back to Milwaukee. We're going to have the fans, but what style of play works? There's no style of play that works. Boston's beating us doing everything. Even when we're hot from 3, they're beating us. Right? So the Bucks literally couldn't gamble on their gameplay if the Celtics won this game. So that's the only reason I'm nervous. That's the reason I'm disappointed. The Celtics basically gave away their advantage in Milwaukee, going back to Milwaukee. The Celtics now have no advantage. The only advantage left is if they win in Milwaukee and you go back to Boston for game 7. That's their advantage. They had an advantage in Milwaukee. They lost it. They lost it by losing this game. Their only advantage now is to get it to game 7. Um, in terms of game 6, again, the only reason I'm nervous is because the Bucks can do anything now. Celtics just have to shoot. Again, they just have to shoot decently from 3. They just have to shoot okay from 3, and they should be fine. Hopefully, the only worry I have is if the Bucks come out smacking threes. If they come out smacking threes, it's wraps. But we just have to play our same game. We have to play our same game. We have to play the same way how we played game 4. Well, actually better than how we played game 4, and we'll be fine. But yeah, man, that's my take on this game that just went down. This is my take on the whole series. This is my take on the NBA. I know this video long as shit, but yeah, if y'all want those screenshots of me saying this shit from the beginning of the series, just let me know. But yeah, this is my video, my little reaction video. Game 6 should be interesting. Game 6 should be very interesting. I know a lot of people probably had Bucks game 6, but again, I'm not worried. I'm not worried for the same reasons y'all would be worried. I'm kind of looking at the bigger picture here because Celtics, I just, this is why I talked about the aura of the Milwaukee Bucks, like the awe of the Milwaukee Bucks. I hope that's not on the Celtics right now. Because if I was a member of the team right now, if I sensed any panic, I'd snuff it out. I'd be like, look, you're still better than this team. And what's fucking with me is the fact that if the Bucks beat the Celtics, the better team loses. The better team loses. I don't want that to happen. And just not even as a Celtics fan, it's just that I don't want the better team to lose because they did some dumb shit. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I hate stupid basketball. So I don't want the better team to lose because they did some dumb shit. Because they allowed the other team to win. That's really what happened. Celtics just allowed the Bucks to win. Celtics in this series literally decide whether they want to move on or not. That's what it is. It's not on the Bucks to play well. It's on the Celtics to decide whether they want to throw this series or not. And they low-key took a major step in throwing this series. All right. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If the Bucks do move on, I'm gonna root for the Bucks if they beat the Celtics, because like I have to see Giannis win another chip, man. Yeah, but I'm just gonna wrap up this video because it's actually long as shit. I might have to edit this, but till next time, guys. Good seeing you. Hope you all are taking care. Stay blessed. It's your boy KJ3. I'm out.